Okay, welcome back. We're going to be reading Genesis chapter 19, verses where we left off at verses 14 through 29. That was in part one, so this is part two video to finish the chapter. All right, so it reads like this. We left off at chapter 13 when the two angels came to save Lot and his daughters, and he was saying they was coming to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because the people, had prayed and got up to God and he heard it. So verse 14 says, so Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law who were pledged to marry his daughters. He said, hurry and get out of this place because the Lord is about to destroy the city. But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. Just like the preachers are preaching today on the trains, outside in the street, they preaching one-on-one, they're making videos, and they're telling y'all God is coming back, Jesus is coming back. People not believing, people is thinking everything's a joke, but it's not a joke. Just like you got your celebrities, they're living for Satan and they're doing his work. Y'all believe that. But you don't believe when Jesus said he's coming back, and he's coming back. But he's just willing that we don't perish, that we will come to him. So it's long suffering. So he's giving all of us a chance to get it right, to come unto him, to live holy. It pays to live holy. It really pays to live holy. All right. So verse 15, when the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your two daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is punished. So he's telling Lot, get out of here and get your daughters and get your wife, because you will be swept away with them if you stay here. You see, when you live right, God will save you. When you do right, God will save you. When you are under Jesus, he will save you. There's many testimonies out there with people that know that's saved, and they tell you the stuff God delivered them from. God made ways for them. We need God's protection because we out here with wolves. People smile in your face and be your friend. Oh, hi girl, how you doing? That's fake. When he hesitated, the men grabbed his hand and the hands of his wife and the hands of his two daughters and led them safely out the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. We got a merciful God. Come try him out yourself. You will find out. Okay. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains or you will be swept away. But Lot said to them, no, my lords, please. Your servant has found favor in your eyes, right? And you have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me and I will die, right? Look, here is a town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared, right? He said to him, very well, I'll grant this request to you. I will not overthrow the towns you speak of, but flee there quickly because I cannot do anything until you reach it. That is why the town was called Zoar. By the time Lot reached Zoar, the sun had rise over the land. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah. From the Lord, it says, from the Lord out of the heavens, thus he overthrew those cities and the entire plain, destroying all those living in the city, and also the vegetation in the land. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became the pillar of salt. Now the angel specifically told them, don't look back, and she looked back. Some will say because she desired that sinful life and she didn't want to leave. Others will say she wanted to be curious of if God was going to destroy the land, but I guess she found out. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down towards Sodom and Gomorrah, towards all the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land like smoke from a furnace. So when God destroyed the two cities plain, he remembered Abraham and he brought Lot out of the chaos that overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. So Abraham prayed for the righteous people in Sodom, and it was only Lot, his wife, and his two daughters. Only a few people who were saved. 4 people. You mean to tell me that whole two cities with all those people all died because they was living in sin. They were enjoying their best life and they died. Have you ever thought about how beautiful life is? How beautiful America is? You can travel, you can go on picnics, you can hang out with your family, you can just do a lot of fun things. Drive nice cars, eat in nice restaurants, be home watching movies. And yet sin is destroying everybody in every land and in every place we go. And the helper of that is Satan. He is the one helping destroy the land, the earth, because he doesn't like us because we are in the image of Christ. And that's so bad. Nobody can stick together. Nobody don't want to help each other. Everybody jealous of each other. Let me stop. Not everybody, some people. So New York ain't going to make it either. We're going to pray and ask God to help us. But it ain't going to happen. It's going to happen when you pray, but New York City is still going to be destroyed. He's going to destroy it with fire. Look at all the things that's happening. The families don't stick together. Fathers don't want to take care of their children. Mothers don't even touch and molesting their children, turning them out. Don't want to teach them. Watching the mother struggle. Hate the baby mother. Don't even want their kids. When a man have a family and he leaves her, he left those kids. He don't care nothing about them. And then she want to date. She want to be happy. So she meets someone. And the man come in and destroy the whole family. I heard one time this man came in and killed the lady and her 4 or 5 kids. They were dead. You got to get saved. You think Christianity is a joke? It ain't no joke. This is serious business. Just because you see them go to church and they dresses and their hats and their suits and their ties, whatever. You don't know the spiritual battles those Christians are fighting. We fight spiritual battles. We do. And y'all sitting there joking and laughing and, oh, they hypocrites, man. You don't know. They hypocrites, but they are praying on your behalf. They're hypocrites, but they're fasting on your behalf. The reason why this land is still here is because of the righteous people. Read the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. The reason why, now if half of them were saved and they would have came to the Lord, they would have been saved too, and they still would have been living in their city. All I want to say to you is get saved. And once you get saved, you study your word. And then you preach it. Because woe is us if we don't preach God's word. Preach it nervous. Read it nervous. And eventually God will bless you. Study your word.